All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan with Ledger Support. I hope you're doing well. Before we start, as usual, please let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm in my normal setup today at home, so the sound should be better than yesterday. But yeah, so basically this is a live support session. So if you have any questions, just drop your question in the chat, and yeah, I'll go through every single questions and I'll try to help you the best I can to solve any issues that you might have. Before we start, just a quick PSA. Just a few things that are happening right now at Ledger. There is a current bug with DOT. So it's not exactly a bug, but it's more the fact that the Polkadot app is outdated. So as a result, if you try to use a Polkadot account, you'll get this issue here. Something went wrong. Please reconnect your device. Transaction version not supported. We're waiting for the Polkadot team our team basically, that's in charge of Polkadot, to ship a new app. The app is ready, but it's going through security audit. So we just want to make sure that the app is safe to use, and then we'll release it. We'll release an update that will be available in Ledger Live. Once the update is pushed, then you'll be able to update the Polkadot app, and keep using your account as normal. This is actually the same situation with Kusama. Kusama, the app is also outdated, and so as a result, we're waiting for both the DOT and Kusama app release. They should potentially be released at the same time very soon. I can't promise a date, hopefully like not too long from now, but if you follow us on Twitter, we'll tweet when the app is released. So yeah, and speaking of Twitter, as usual, guys, like just be careful on Twitter. As you know, Twitter is an absolute nightmare when it comes to scams. So just be super careful. The official account is Ledger_support. We have a golden check mark and a little badge here that you can't really see very well, but it's here. And we'll never ask you for a 24-hour recovery phrase. We'll never ask you for DMs. You see, this is a scammer, for example. This guy here is a scammer. This is a scam tweet as well. So they like to reply to our customers. You see, this is a scam as well. So we're trying our best to squash the scammers, but it's just too easy to create fake accounts. So be super careful when you are on Twitter. Okay, now let's get into the AMA. So I'm just assuming that you can hear me okay. If you can't hear me for any particular reason, please just let me know, and I'll try to do some live technical fixing of my mic. If not, I'll just go through the questions. If you have a question yourself, then just drop it in the chat and I'll get back to you. Okay, so first question is from David Venuto. So David says, I received several NFTs from Polygon and airdrop from Quantum. Are they spams? Are they spammers? Yeah, so David, yes, they are spams. So this is what we call a address poisoning attack. So basically an address poisoning attack is any time a scammer will send crypto or an NFT to your wallet, hoping that you will start interacting with the NFT and potentially visit the NFT page on a marketplace like OpenSea. And if you go on OpenSea, then you'll probably notice like there'll be a link, and the link will take you to a scam website that will try to steal your recovery phrase. So this is 100% a scam. And so best practice here is just to ignore the NFT entirely. The NFT can live, although it's a scammy NFT, it can live in your account without any issue. Just don't touch it, right? Don't try to investigate what it is. Don't click on any links. Yeah, just completely ignore it. You can also hide the NFT from Ledger Live, so you don't have to see it in your account. Just showing you how it works. So let's say, for example, like let's say this is a scam NFT, right? So I don't actually know if this is a scam NFT, but let's assume this is a scam NFT in my account, okay? And I don't want to see it, okay? So what I would do is right click hide NFT collection, hide NFT, and boom, it's gone. And then you can repeat for every single NFT that is scammy. And I'll show you in a second, like what I mean by, you know, those scam links and things. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but some of those NFTs, you know, there's different level of sophistications. Some scammers actually go the extra mile as setting up a fake website for this fake NFT project, and the fake NFT project will have, you know, links and things like that, and it's all scam. Eventually, you know, the website will ask you for your recovery phrase, so it's pretty dangerous. Let me see, maybe this one might be a good example. See, like, I don't know if this is actually a scam. You know, it might be just someone with good intentions, but let's assume this is a scam, okay? And apologies if it's not a scam, but you see, like, there is a link to the collection, okay? So let's say I click on this link, and I'll pop this here, okay. Okay, now I'm in the collection. And so typically, like, a scammy collection will have links here, you know, in the details with, so not this one again, this one doesn't seem to be scammy, it might be just someone like playing around with NFTs, but like a scam NFT typically will have in its description or details, it will have, you know, a link to a phishing website, and that website will try to steal your recovery phrase. So yeah, this is how the scam works. And so to get back to your question, initially, don't worry about the NFT, just ignore it and hide it, and then you're good. You're good. Don't try to send it out of your wallet either. Just you know, just completely ignore it, and you'll be fine. Okay, next question. All right, GTube 1999. I tried redelegating Tezos from Ledger Live. I could not change the network fee as it is too small. Ledger was making the default Tezos fee as 0.00314, but the network fee should be much higher. I remember we talked about this yesterday as well. The approved transaction eventually failed. It was stuck in the mempool and then eventually disappeared from the history in Ledger Live. Now I cannot redelegate, as it appears that you cannot change the network fee for Tezos like you can with other crypto. Can you confirm, and do you have any recommendation? Yes, GTube. I think we talked about it yesterday. Maybe you missed it, but so first of all, this is probably a bug in Ledger Live, so I will definitely escalate that to our team so they can take a look. The second thing is you don't have to use Ledger Live with your Ledger device to delegate. You can use a third-party wallet. So, for example, you can use something like, let me think, Temple. All right, there you go. So you can use Temple wallet to delegate, and I do believe that Temple has more options to customize the fee. So you might want to try Temple and see if it will let you do what you want and customize the fee for staking. So I'm gonna share that with you, GTube. That should help with the issue you're facing. Okay, it looks like I can't tag you, but I'm just gonna drop the link in the chat. So if Temple doesn't work for you, you can try something like Gallon. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but Gallon wallet, Galleon. Yeah, I think it's probably pronounced Galleon. Galleon Tezos wallet. Also a good wallet that is compatible with Ledger, and this one has customizable fees when you want to stake as well. So I'm gonna drop that in the chat as well, so you can check that out. Okay, all right. Next question. So I hope that helps, GTube. Just if you could try maybe during the live and let me know if it works, if you're able to set it up properly. If you're not able to set it up properly, then maybe you can do a little live tutorial here. But yeah, you should be able to customize the staking fees using those third-party wallets. Next, Cruz. What are the chances of someone else having the same 24 seed phrase? That's a good question, Cruz. And welcome back, by the way. I see you a lot in those live chats. So yeah, you're right. There is a chance, but the chance is so small. It's such a small number, but like infinitely small, that typically, like realistically, in the entire lifespan of the universe, if you ran computers to generate seed phrase after seed phrase after seed phrase after seed phrase, you will not have enough time to generate the two same recovery phrases. So that's the answer. So is there a chance? Yeah, theoretically, yeah, there is a small chance, but practically the chance is so small that you will never in the entire lifespan of the universe be able to compute the same private keys as someone else, right? And this is true because your ledger device is very, very good at creating random numbers, okay? So you could imagine like a different wallet that's not a ledger. I'm not pointing fingers here, but just saying like hypothetically, you could imagine a different type of wallet that has a bad way to generate random numbers and private keys. And this wallet, if this wallet is not able to create truly random numbers, then you might get into a situation where it starts creating the same recovery phrase for multiple users. This is what we call a collision. This is the technical term. Of course, ledger devices have very, very strong randomness. So if you want to learn more about this concept of randomness, Cruz, I'm actually going to share. We have some documentation about this, believe it or not, in the help center that will explain to you more how we generate randomness. Quality of randomness, that's the one. So I'm gonna share that with you. Okay, next question, Michael GH. Hello, I have a problem to connect my wallet to Uniswap with Connect Wallet dApp. Yes, Michael, this is normal. So there is a bug currently with WalletConnect. So we had to turn off WalletConnect on all different apps. So that includes desktop, mobile on Android, and mobile on iOS. So it's not possible right now to use WalletConnect with Ledger Live. That being said, there are workarounds. So I don't know exactly. So you say you want to access Uniswap. So no worries. You can also access Uniswap via MetaMask. So you would install MetaMask in your desktop. And so that's only for a desktop computer, but you can install MetaMask, connect your Ledger device to MetaMask, and then connect MetaMask to Uniswap. Now, another option, which is even more convenient, I would say, is to use one of the DEXs similar to Uniswap that exists within Ledger Live. So for example, so you say you want to use Uniswap, so I'm guessing you want to swap on the Ethereum blockchain, but maybe you want to swap on a Polygon maybe as well. If you go into the Discover section here and you select PairSwap will actually let you swap on Ethereum, on Polygon, and on Binance Smart Chain as well. And this is a DEX, so you can use this instead. You do not need WalletConnect at all to use PairSwap within the app. So you might want to look into this. A last option, of course, would be to just use Uniswap web directly on the web and connect your Ledger device directly to Uniswap. I do think this is possible. Let me just check real quick. And okay, so here I'm in Uniswap. Let me check. Sorry, my internet connection is a little slow because I'm streaming at the same time. Yeah, you would hit the connect button. Oh, okay, so they won't let you. Interesting. Okay, so actually, yeah, so MetaMask or WalletConnect are the two options. Coinbase Wallet as well is an option. So if you have Coinbase Wallet connected to the Coinbase Wallet extension connected to your Ledger device, you might be able to connect to Uniswap using that as well. We have documentation, by the way, on how to use Coinbase Wallet with a Ledger device. By the way, it's called Coinbase Wallet, but the coins are never on Coinbase, right? The coins are always secured by your Ledger device, just to be clear. Cool. So I'm gonna share that with you if you want to check out Coinbase Wallet as well, Michael. Next question from Steve Wushier. Hi Dan. Hi Steve. Any news on the Ledger stacks? I ordered 1 month ago and not heard anything from Ledger. Many thanks. Yeah, thank you, Steve, for the question. And I'm getting this question every day now, and yeah, I totally get it. It is frustrating. I don't have, unfortunately, an ETA for you. All I can say is the stacks team is working super hard to push this product through the finish line and to deliver a very, very good product. Yeah, we will let you know when your device is ready to ship on the email that you provided to pre-order the device. So just keep an eye on your inbox. Once the device is ready to ship, we'll send you an email with an update. And again, guys, yeah, well, on behalf of the company, I guess, like, sorry about the delays, but you know, it's a software and hardware project. We've run into some issues, and of course, you know, things get pushed. And but we're working as fast as we can to deliver like a very, very good device. So this is the reason why it's been delayed. We'd rather like create a good experience for you guys rather than rush this product and risking like having you guys disappointed. Next question, Cruz. Okay, that one was retracted. All right, so next question from Mark Delou. Sorry if I butcher your name, Mark here. Hi Dan. Just a thumbs up. Great appreciation for all the educational work you guys do. Learn a lot from matching these AMAs. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Mark. Happy to be useful, honestly. We do those AMAs every single day, so if you have any question, drop them in the chat. Happy to help, really, and thank you for the kind words. Michael, the case ID number for WalletConnect. Yeah, so I'll take your case ID number, Michael. I'll get back to you tomorrow morning. Okay, so that would be a pair's time. That being said, there's nothing anyone can do for now, right? WalletConnect is disabled, so you can use use MetaMask, or use Coinbase Wallet, or use PairSwap in the Discover section in Ledger Live. That's probably the best way for you to get access to the same services. 77, hello Dan, hope you're well. Thank you, mate. I hope you're well as well. Mustafa, thumbs up. Hey, thank you. Okay, so thank you guys for the feedback. Next, Dave Peterson. My Nano X no longer connects to my iPhone by Bluetooth. I've rebooted and have the latest iOS. What else can I try? Okay, Dave, a lot of things. So the first thing you should do is, let me grab my Nano X here. So maybe I should start here, but there is a video on the YouTube channel that goes through the troubleshooting steps for Bluetooth issues on Nano X. So maybe you can watch the video. In the video, I show a series of steps to troubleshoot Bluetooth issues. You have to make sure that you follow the steps accurately and in the correct order, like in the order presented in the video. So it's very, very important that you follow those steps like very carefully in the right order. Otherwise, the troubleshooting might not work. So let me share the video with you, and then I'll get a little more into the details in a second. Okay, so here's the video for you, Mark. The part that's interesting to you is like roughly halfway through the video. The first part of the video is just an onboarding on mobile. Now that being said, when you have Bluetooth issues, there's many things you should do. The first thing is to reset the pairings on the device. Okay, so you would go into your do NanoX. Boom. Hold both buttons to get into the dashboard here. Make sure the Bluetooth is enabled. Then go into settings, security, reset pairings, and then reset the pairings. Okay, so press both buttons to reset the pairings. Once you're done, you want to go into your iPhone settings, go into settings, Bluetooth, and then find your iPhone, find your Ledger device somewhere. Okay, your Ledger device will be listed somewhere here, and then tap the little blue button right here, and then select forget this device. Okay, so forget the device. And then lastly, you go into Ledger Live, and you also have to forget your Ledger device through the My Ledger section. Okay, so you tap on, maybe I should put the phone here. You tap on My Ledger here, okay? And then you find your device. So for example, let's say NanoX something, something, something. You tap this button here, and then you remove the device. And then once you've done doing all of that, then you can try to repair the device again. And that's the way you do it. That should work. But again, all those steps are listed in the video as well. So maybe you want to have a look at this. Cool. All right. Next question. Josh. Hey, Josh. Hey, Dan. Any update on when WalletConnect will be fixed? I saw the Ledger newsfeed last week. It was down. Yes, correct, Josh. It is down. That being said, there are like a few workarounds. We touched on them earlier during the stream. Workarounds would include connecting your Ledger device to MetaMask and then MetaMask to whatever dApp you're trying to use. You can also use Coinbase Wallet instead of Coinbase Wallet extension connected to your Ledger device, that connected to your dApp as well. The third option would be to just straight go into the Discover section in Ledger Live, see like this section here, and see if there's a dApp that you can connect to directly. None of those dApps here need WalletConnect. So let's say, for example, that you want to swap ERC20 tokens on Ethereum, then you can use something like PayerSwap, right? And you can do this without WalletConnect at all. Maybe you have a different, Josh, if you have a different use case in mind, you can let me know in the chat, and maybe I can give you some more concrete suggestion, but those are some avenues to help you. RK, hi bro, when working WalletConnect? Same thing, I think I just answered the question. We're working on it, it's currently down. Yeah, but just take a look at the Discover section in Ledger Live, see if there is the app that you're looking for. Those don't use WalletConnect, or use MetaMask or Coinbase Wallet or any of those third-party wallets for now. We'll let you guys know once the issue has been resolved. Enrique, hello Dan. Yesterday I wrote about a prepaid label to return a ledger that is due. I'm waiting news from Stephanie. I do not have a case but a reference number. My last email is dated. As always, we'll appreciate your help, my friend. Yes, I got your case number from yesterday, Enrique. I know that Stephanie got back to you, so that's why I didn't reply to you directly, but I'm happy to take a second look at the email after after the live. I'll take a look, see if like she's going to take to follow up on this. Yeah, so someone will get back to you, myself or Stephanie, but yeah, we'll be in touch. And thank you for your patience, Enrique. I'm gonna write down your case number though, just in case. 9278256. Okay, cool. All right, next, for me, Lamoth Castongue. Okay, is the 222.1 firmware optional for NanoX? Yes, it's optional. You don't have to update the firmware if you don't like it. Absolutely optional. That being said, yes, it's optional, but it's recommended to update, like any firmware update. We always recommend users to update the firmware because you get more security benefits and security features and all of that good stuff. Now, if you're worried about Recover specifically, just so you know, updating the firmware will not activate Recover. Recover is actually not launched yet. and updating the firmware will not activate recover. If you want to use recover, you still have to manually go through the onboarding and doing all that. There is absolutely no way you can accidentally activate recover, and will never force you to use recover if you don't like the system. So what I would recommend is to update the firmware, and then if you don't like recover, just ignore recover and just keep using your device as normal. Will not activate recover for you or force you into it. Of course, you are always in control. And but if you really don't want to update the firmware, then you can just not update. That's up to you. Okay, next question. GTube, thank you for your assistance. I was hoping it was a bug in the Tezos app that we could not change the network fee. It would be nice to have that option for Tezos in the future. I agree with you, GTube. I agree. I will definitely escalate your feedback to the developers, so hopefully they can fix that up. Let me know if that works with a third-party wallet, if that does the job. Okay, next question. Guys, by the way, if you just joined the stream, this is Dan with Ledger Support. I'm here for another 30 minutes, give or take, or until we run out of questions, basically. If you have any questions about a Ledger issue, or you've got a crypto question, or whatever you want to ask, really, then just drop your question in the chat, and I'm going to go through all the questions and answer all of them. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's move on to the next question. Darlene P. I update my firmware and now it crashes when I try to install the app that got uninstalled after the update. So I've seen a few tickets like that, Darlene. What happens is, like, sometimes the update will break the device, in which case we'll just replace the device, which is not a big deal because, you know, once you get the new device, then you can just use your recovery phrase to restore your accounts. So we might have to do this. Now, that being said, there might also be an issue with the connection between your device and Ledger Live, in which case I would also suggest, like, maybe try a different computer. You know, try to finish the, you know, so connect your Ledger device to Ledger Live on a different computer and try to reinstall the apps manually via my Ledger here, and see if that works. If it still doesn't work, then get a hold of us and we'll just replace the device for you. So I'm gonna share with you the link to get a hold of us. It's support.ledger.com. It's actually in the stream description, in the video description. There is a link to the help center, support.ledger.com. You can click on that and send us an email. And then once you open the ticket, you'll get a ticket number in your emails. You can share that number in the chat and I can get back to you tomorrow. But I would say try to manually reinstall the apps, and on a different computer using a different cable, potentially maybe a different USB port on your computer, see if it works. If you have Ledger Live Mobile as well, try to connect your Ledger Live, your Ledger device to Ledger Live Mobile and check if you're able to install the apps on mobile as well. That might help you. All right. Okay, darling, if you could share the ticket number, that would be great. I'll get back to you tomorrow morning. All right, next question. And guys, thank you so much for always showing up to those lives. By the way, it's really great to see the community, like, you know, interacting with me and with Ledger, and this is the way we want to provide support. Like, this is much better than tickets for sure. So Darlene, yeah, I'll be waiting for the ticket number here. Cruz, gracias amigo. Yeah, thank you so much, Cruz. Next question from Shuli. Firmware must be updated before using Nano X. So it depends how old your firmware is. Typically, you don't have to update the firmware to use the Nano X with Ledger Live. But Ledger Live prefers that you have an updated firmware because that limits the the chances of connection issues between Ledger Live and the Ledger firmware. So I would suggest to update the firmware if you can. If not, you can still try. You can, your device will probably still work with Ledger Live, but it's not recommended to keep a device with an old firmware because eventually they might introduce some security risk. So just something to keep in mind. Now, that being said, if you don't want to update the firmware, you might, and you're getting like connection issues with Ledger Live, you might also want to try using your Ledger device with a third-party wallet that will not care so much about the firmware. But again, it's best practice to keep updating the firmware. Guys, again, the latest firmware, I know this was badly communicated, but the latest firmware update will not activate recover. Okay, if you had any doubts. Next question from V's Elevated Consciousness. How is Ledger Stacks deliverance going? Are they going to be delivered to purchasers or are they being revised somehow? Yeah, we're still on track to, we're late to deliver the Stacks devices, that's for sure. Of course, they will be delivered to purchasers, for sure. You guys paid for it, so we will deliver the device. I answered the question before during the stream, but we are working like as hard and as fast as we can to deliver those devices. These will send you an email on the email address that you used to pre-order the device once your device is ready to ship. So just keep an eye on your inbox. And again, guys, apologies for the delay. So CH, continuing my BNB issue, I decided to try a small amount to see if it worked despite the small message and able to verify. But uppercase, is it okay to send anyway? I would say CH, yes, but try like the minimum amount. Just in case something goes wrong, because that might be an issue with Ledger Live, but you might also be looking at the wrong address here, or you might be missing a character in the address, or something is going wrong. But I would say, yeah, if you have money that you are willing to potentially lose, then do a very small transfer via the BNB chain, for example. I know the transaction fees are like very, very small, so send the minimal amount and see if the account, if the crypto appears on the other side. If you still get the issue, like please do open a ticket with us, or if you have a ticket number, just drop the ticket number in the chat so I can get back to you and help you out with this issue, because I don't want you to keep losing money like that, or to get your funds stuck in Binance. That's not a good experience. So I'll try my best to help you here. Again, if you want to get a hold of us, it's very easy. There is a link in the video description. The link is support.ledger.com. You just click on the link and you'll be teleported to the help center. You click on the contact us button, you send us an email with your Binance Smart Chain address so we can take a look at the account. And you can even mention my name in the email. So I'll get back to you tomorrow. Okay, next question. Thanks, darling. I'm gonna write down this ticket number. 11879110. Okay, cool. I'll get back to you tomorrow. Thank you for sharing the ticket. Right. So CH, yeah. Again, I would say if you're willing to lose that money, then go for it. Potentially. So send the minimum amounts if you want to do a test transaction. But I would love to have like a better understanding of what's going on Binance to help you out here. Maybe, do you know what? Let me try something real quick. So if you can stick around a little longer, maybe I'll try to get into my own Binance account. Let's see if I can help using that CH, because I really want to understand what's going on here. This is it's a weird issue. So yeah, please stick around a little bit. I'll get back to you in a second, and we'll try to understand what's going on. Okay, Phil, the Flying Frenchman. Hey Phil. Good day. Do you know when Stacks wallet will be shipped? No, again, no ETA. We're working very hard, but keep an eye on your inbox. This is what we'll send you an email whenever the Stacks is ready to be shipped. Phil. Next, Guri Schwab. Hello, I get the error when sending Polkadot. It says transaction version not supported. Firmware and app seem to be up to date. Clear the cache and reinstall Polkadot app. Still the same. Yeah, Guri, the reason is because the current Polkadot app is outdated. So we are waiting for the Ledger team to release the new app. It's going through a security audit right now, just to make sure it's safe to use. Once it's safe, you will get a notification in Ledger Live. You'll get a little blue dot next to the words My Ledger, yeah, and then you will be able to go into My Ledger and download the latest version of the Polkadot app. But for now, yeah, unfortunately, the app is behind the current runtime, and that's the reason why you're getting this issue. There's nothing you can do, just wait for us to update the app. Sorry about this. I'm a Polkadot user as well, so I know it's not a great experience, but I know the team is working to release the app like very, very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if the app is released within the end of the week. So yeah, same thing for Kusama, by the way, if you're also a Kusama user. Okay, next question. Fascinating people. I upgraded and ordered the new one, but wasn't able to receive it. It was returned to UPS, but I haven't been asked about either refund or will you send it again. So this is a shipping issue. I don't usually deal with a shipping issue, fascinating people, but if you do have a ticket number, I'm happy to follow up and just ping the agent that's dealing with your case so we can find a solution as soon as possible. The ticket number would be the 6 or 7-digit number you received when you opened the ticket via the help center initially. You can drop that number in the chat. It's perfectly safe. Cool, thanks Yech. Okay, I'll get back to you in a second. I'm just gonna clear that backlog here. Cruz, hit the like, guys. These live chats help me understand. Yeah, thank you, Cruz. Very glad to hear that. Yeah, this is the reason why we're doing those lives, to help you guys directly. Steve, yeah, thank you, Steve. Toyop2, why are fees so high on Ledger Exchange? So it's important to, so I'm guessing you're talking about Ledger Swap. Just to clear confusions here, Ledger Swap is not operated by Ledger, so you might, the fees might be set by the provider. Now, that being said, some swap pairs might be more expensive. It depends on how congested the network is. So for example, if you're gonna do your swap when Ethereum is super congested at 4 p.m. EST time during US hours, then for sure a lot of people are using Ethereum at the same time, and the transaction cost will skyrocket. So it really depends on supply and demand of how many people are using the blockchain that you're trying to swap from or to send from. So just a few tips here. You should always double check transaction fees before you swap or you do anything, just to make sure it's not too expensive. There's many ways you can do this. If you're an Ethereum user, you can use Etherscan here. Etherscan has a tool called Gas Tracker here. Here you go. You want this number to be as low as possible, okay? You can see here, like a sale on OpenSea costs like $5 at least. USDT transfer, $4. A swap on Uniswap, $14. So right now is not a good time to use Ethereum. I'm gonna share the tool with you. And the same thing apply on Bitcoin as well. You can use something like mempool.space. Oops, sorry. Mempool.space to take a look at Bitcoin, the current Bitcoin fee price. So that's also a good tool here. Okay, next, Kiefer Boy, is there any news on node connectivity coming out of experimental features in Ledger Live, or if Tor is being considered for a feature to Ledger Live? I have not heard from it recently, Kiefer Boy. I don't think anyone is actively working on the experimental feature for connecting to a node. I know the documentation is not great. That definitely we can do something better here. I would say for now, no. Unfortunately, there is no plan for integrating Tor. And in terms of having better documentation and taking this thing out of experimental features, then I would say probably not anytime soon. But that being said, it's not because it's experimental that it's dangerous to use. You can safely use it. It's been tested before. It's just that the documentation for it is not very extensive, and you might face some bugs here and there, but nothing that will steal your Bitcoin or put your funds in danger. Okay, so CH again, I have a case number. I did send Ledger to your attention email after yesterday's live session. All the screenshots are here. Okay, cool, CH. So I think I'll take a look at your case, and I'll get back to you, okay? If you mention my name, then the ticket will find me eventually, but I'll pick it up tomorrow morning, Paris time, and I'll try to help you the best I can. In the meantime, I would say probably don't do anything. Still gonna have a look at Binance real quick, see if I can help you. Just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna log into my Binance account, because this is a weird issue here. Okay, logging into Binance. All right, 2FA. Okay. Okay, so I'm logging into Binance. I'm logged in. Meanwhile, I'm going to create a Binance Smart Chain address. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm in my Binance Smart Chain account, receive. Okay. Generating the address. Okay, copying the address. All right, looks to be the same. All right, now back to Binance. Sorry guys, I'm just going into Binance right now. It's a little slow. Okay. Please bear with me. Withdraw. And so CH, which coin were you trying to withdraw? You said BNB, right? I'm gonna assume that you were trying to withdraw BNB here. Okay, so let me just show the browser real quick. All right, so let's say you want to withdraw BNB, okay? I want to withdraw to this address. So yeah, select BNB. Make sure you select address here, paste the address, and make sure you've got the BSC chain, okay, selected. And oh no, but your issue is the other way around, right? You want to deposit. Sorry. You want to deposit to Binance. Okay, so it's the other way around. I'm stupid. So sorry about that. Okay, so boom, deposit BNB, BSC. Okay, and then I'm going into Ledger Live. send. Okay, so I'm getting an error message, but this one is pretty standard. Auto verification not available. Carefully verify the address. This is very standard. There is nothing to worry about. It will appear like any single time you paste in your address here. So if this is the issue that you're facing, CH, then you can go ahead. This is perfectly safe. As long as you carefully verify that this address is the same as the one that shows on Binance. You just carefully verify every single character, then you're good. But if you're getting like a different error, then I'll take a look at the ticket tomorrow and we'll try to get to the bottom of it. All right, next question, guys. Yori, how secure is connecting to Ledger via Bluetooth? Super secure, no worries. Bluetooth will never extract your private keys or anything like that, so don't worry. Hyped Souls Network. Did anyone mention prices not updating in real time, even after clearing the cache? Yeah, that's a recurrent issue, unfortunately. Actually, Hyped Souls Network, if you could maybe specify like which asset is not displaying properly, then I can escalate this to the developers so they can connect it to the right data feed, or they can try to fix the bug. Cool. Next question. Rui Notorio. Hello. I received an NFT and before hiding it, I clicked on it just to see what it was. I don't think I've done any more interaction. Should I be worried what to do? You don't have to worry about it. If you just clicked on the NFT, then that's fine. The NFT is not going to do anything to your account. It's not going to compromise your account. So I'm guessing you did something like this, right? You were in your account, you clicked on it, and that's the only thing you did. If yes, then that's fine. Even if you did this, then you still be fine. Even if the NFT has a page on OpenSea and you visited the page, then you're still fine. Okay, the only thing that can compromise your account really is sharing your 20-forward recovery phrase with anyone asking for it. Anyone asking for your phrase is a scammer. So yeah, that's the only way you can really get wrecked in crypto. But just clicking on an NFT to hide it, then don't worry about it. You're safe. Yeah, unknown NFT. Yeah, so that's address poisoning, but don't worry. You're safe. You hid the NFT. That's what you were supposed to do. Don't worry if you clicked on it. That's fine. As long as you didn't share your 20-forward recovery phrase, then you're fine. Guri Schwab, thank you for fast response. Yeah, thank you for asking, mate. Fascinating people. Okay, so thank you for the order number, but I'm gonna need the case ID number. So it's a different type of number. It's just the number you got when you opened the tickets via the Ledger Help Center. I don't know if you did this already, but there is a link in the video description to Ledger support.ledger.com, which is our help center. And if you follow this link and open a ticket, so you can follow this link, and once in the help center, you can click the little button here that's hidden behind my camera, then start a conversation with the bot, submit a ticket. You'll get an email, a confirmation email with your case number. And then you can take the case number and you can drop it in the chat, and I'll pick it up and get back to you tomorrow morning. Gamer. All right, guys. So I've got 10 more minutes. This time today I'll finish on time, but I think I will be able to clear the backlog. Gamer 12, is Ledger Blue still working? I would say yes, probably, but honestly at this point, I would not use a Ledger Blue, not because it's unsecure, it's just because it's not actively maintained, in the sense that we're not shipping new features, we're not optimizing Ledger Live to connect with Ledger Blue. Instead, I would say like use a Nano X instead, or wait for the stacks to come out. It's a much better device. If you do have a Ledger Blue and you're not happy with it, or you find it difficult to use now because there hasn't been a firmware update for such a long time, we do have a replacement program where if you have a Ledger Blue, you can swap it for a Ledger Nano S Plus and a Nano X. We'll send you that yeah, instead of your Ledger Blue, or maybe a Nano S and Nano X. I don't remember exactly the terms of the replacement policy, but basically we'll swap your old Ledger Blue for new devices, and so you can keep enjoying the Ledger experience, but with better devices. Toyop2, thanks mate. Follow-up question: will Ledger add more exchange options when swapping with better spreads and fees? Yes, that's the with lower fees. Yeah, that's absolutely the goal here, Toyop. Because yeah, we can always do better. That's the truth, right? Now, in terms of if you can let me know exactly what you're trying to swap, I could give you like more precise advice. But I would say like here's my mental model when I want to swap. Okay, if I wanted to swap with Ledger Live, the first question you want to ask yourself is, do I want to swap across different blockchain, or do I want to swap within the same blockchain? So what I mean by that is, am I swapping ERC20 tokens on Polygon, for example? In which case I can just use pair swap or 1inch, right? They're two completely decentralized DEXs, and they charge the fee that the Polygon network will charge at the time you do the swap. So those are good options. Okay, 1inch and pair swap, they support Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and Ethereum. So those are good options if you want to do those swaps within the same blockchain network. Now, if the answer is no, you want to swap across different blockchains. For example, you want to swap, I don't know, Bitcoin to Ethereum, or Bitcoin to XRP, or Bitcoin to something like that. And the second question you can ask yourself is, okay, like, do I want a DEX experience, or do I want like a third party in the middle that will do the exchange for me? If you want a DEX experience, then we don't have a lot of options. We have a ThorSwap here. That's a DEX that supports Bitcoin as the swapping from option, and it has a lot of swapping into options as well, so including Ethereum and so on and so forth. And you can check the list here. Now that being said, it's a DEX, but there is less integrations currently with ThorSwap, and the fees will depend for sure on the liquidity on the DEX, and also the congestion on the network. So that's also something to keep in mind. And something to keep in mind. If you don't mind a third-party provider in the middle, those tend to have better spreads. Then I would say just go for the swap option here and use something like Changely if you want to do a cross-chain swap. That's probably the best option. Of course, in the future, those spreads, they will, as we integrate with more providers, those spreads, they will compress, and you'll get better rates. It's true that crypto generally, when it comes to sending, receiving, swapping, exchanging, all that good stuff, it's still very, very expensive. And the reason why is because it's a lot of liquidity problems and inefficient markets, right? It's not something that affects Ledger Live specifically. It's just across the entire industry, unfortunately. So I hope that the questions that answers your question. And then if you don't want to be in Ledger Live, there are some more exotic options like Rango, I would say. So Rango is also a swap service that is built on some decentralized chains like Thor chain, but pair swap as well, like a bunch of, it's more like an aggregator built on top of a bunch of DEXs. And this one is pretty cool as well. It's got a lot of options, and it's safe to connect Ledger Live. You need to connect your Ledger device to MetaMask and then MetaMask to Rango, and you can use it that way. I'll drop the link in the description if you want to use it. Okay, Andrea. Okay, Andrea. So BNB, you're trying to get BNB off of your balance. That is the same message I got, but the address is actually not exact. They are lowercase on Binance. When I paste into Ledger, 3 letters uppercase. Is this an issue? Okay, so it's not an issue, CH. Those okay, so I get the issue now. Sorry, it took me some time to figure it out. It's not an issue. Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, like 0x addresses are not case sensitive. So if there is a few letters that are capitalized differently, it's not an issue. You can safely send your funds. That being said, as usual, just do a small test transaction. It's Binance Smart Chain, so cheap fees. So try a small test, but you should be fine. Okay, you should be fine. If it's just the capitalization, then you're good. Okay, Andrea, hi Dan, the live streams are great. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Andrea. Is there a way to convert, sell ADA or algo after it's on my ledger? I've tried Ledger Live. I've been unable to access swap or sell for those coins. To convert, sell. So selling ADA and algo, no. There is no option to sell into a bank account, for example. In terms of converting ADA and algo, you might be able to do it with Rango potentially. That's a good question. Let me check a few options here. I'm sure there is one service that does it for sure, but the question is like, is it in Ledger Live? Is it outside of Ledger Live? Can I use it? Can I connect my Ledger device to it? And so on and so forth. So I don't think there will be a service in Ledger Live that will let you do it, but let me try. Let me check Rango real quick. Okay. All right, Rango, do your thing. Come on. It's possible that Rango supports ADA, but the problem with ADA is like it's kind of an exotic blockchain. So it's typically more difficult for teams to connect it to a swap service. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Look at this. ADA to okay. Well, there's plenty of options. Okay, so turns out the answer is yes. And there's tons of different options, including, I'm guessing, some ADA wallets as well somewhere. Anyway, you can just play around with the app. You might be able to find or connect your Ledger device via a third-party wallet like Adalite or something like that. I'll share this link with you, Andrea. Okay, next, Omegas 2. How come the NanoX has more storage space than the stacks? I think they have the same storage capacity, but it's just the stacks firmware takes a little more space. That's the reason why there is a discrepancy. Keeping in mind that the stacks has a huge screen, right? So when you have a bigger screen, then you have to make trade-offs in terms of other parts of the device. But that being said, honestly, like storage space on the stacks and NanoX, it's huge, right? You will not run out of storage capacity on your device. Like my NanoX, I've got maybe like half, if not 2/3 of all the apps that are available on Ledger Live installed in my Ledger, and I'm good, right? I don't think you will max out the storage capacity unless you are collecting coins on like 100 different blockchains. But yeah, it's plenty for most people use case, to be honest. But in the future we might increase storage as well. But for now, you've got enough storage, believe me. Okay, Hyped Souls network, specifically XRP XLM, also not updating in real time for the past couple of days. Okay, interesting. And Hyped Souls network, I'm guessing you cleared the cache. That did not work. Yeah, you said that. Okay. You might want to update Ledger Live as well. If Ledger Live is not up to date, then that might also get in the way of you receiving the correct the correct data feed as well. So if you go into settings, about, and check version, so version should be 262.2. If you're not on that version, you want to update as well. If not, there might be something going on with XRP, in which case happy to report that to the developers so they can look into it. Okay, I'm gonna do a rapid fire round, guys, just to... I have updated and downloaded. Okay, so maybe it's an issue that's affecting XRP. So I'm not aware of it, but happy to escalate that. Okay, next was CH. Okay, we talked about this. Okay, thank you guys for all the kind words. Yori, how will I know if I turn my Ledger account into a hot wallet? You will know you turn your Ledger account into a hot wallet if you start doing things like typing your Ledger recovery phrase into MetaMask to recover your Ledger account into MetaMask, or if you do the opposite, which is if you type your MetaMask or any software wallet's recovery phrase into your Ledger device, then that will basically turn your Ledger device into a hot wallet because the private keys would have been exposed to the internet. This is what it means, right? Hot wallet means that the private keys were at some point generated by a device that has connection to the internet. Okay, this is what hot wallet means. So Ledger devices, because they generate the private keys offline, they are not hot wallet, but you can turn them accidentally into hot wallets by importing a external recovery phrase that was generated by, for example, MetaMask or a third-party wallet into your Ledger. Your Ledger will accept the phrase, but that will turn the Ledger into a hot wallet until you reset the device. Another way you can accidentally turn your device into a hot wallet is if you start backing up your recovery phrase into something like a password manager, or if you take a picture of your recovery phrase and you store the picture into your phone. Because just keep in mind that other applications on your phone also have access to your photo gallery, right? So if you ever download a malicious app that subsequently ask for access to your photo gallery, and your recovery phrase is in picture in your photo gallery, then that app will be able to find that picture and steal your funds. Okay, so I've seen that happen. So you need to make sure to never create a digital copy of your phrase. Gamer, how can I recover my 24 words? I'm asking because I changed my ID to another country. No, one. Does it still work? Yeah, of course. Of course, your 24 words is not tied to your identification, right? Or your country of residence or anything like that. Your 24 words is it's a bearer asset. You carry it with you, you have to secure it. You can, if you like, let's say, for example, change. I used to live in Vietnam, right, for example. So I had my Ledger device in Vietnam, and I would cross the border with my recovery phrase, and no worries. I would go on the other side and still use my Ledger without any issues. So yeah, again, your 24 words is not tied to your identification. If you only have your 24 words with you, then you can just buy a new Ledger device, restore the 24 words into the new device, and then get access to the same accounts. Tech World, when is tax coming out? I've answered the question before. No ETA, unfortunately, but we are doing our best to ship the devices as fast as we can. We'll send you an email once the device is ready to ship. Next, Andreas. Salut. Hey Andreas. How often will my ST balance in Ledger be updated? If I stake my ETH via Lido, my balance doesn't rise even if I see my rewards under the Discover Lido. The ST balance should be updated every single day. You can get the breakdown by actually going into, I guess that's what you did, but typically, like if you go into the Lido app here and you go into rewards and you paste your address, the one that holds the ST tokens, then you will get a bunch of information, including a breakdown of the rewards here. And it's, as you can see here, it's daily, right? You should have daily rewards. So yeah, that's what you should be able to see here. But that will increase your ST-ETH balance, just to be clear, right? It's the ST-ETH balance that will change. It's not the ETH balance, right? That balance ETH balance will not change. It's the Lido ST ETH balance that will increment slowly every single day. Okay, this is very important. So I hope that answers your question here. I think that's it, guys. We've run out of questions. We've cleared the backlog, and I'm almost on time. So that's good. That was a good session. Thank you. Thank you, Toyup. Thank you, CH. Thank you, TechWorld. Thank you, Hyped. Twins. Can you go through the steps to transfer XLM from Coinbase? Send to Simple Swap, swap XLM for XRP, and then so. Oh man, that's I was about to wrap up this live stream. I will not go through the steps right now because that's a lot of steps. But we're gonna have a live stream tomorrow. So yeah, if you come a little earlier, then they will be able to, the person hosting the live stream will be able to probably like run you through the steps. But if you want to swap XLM for XRP, you can just do it, within Ledger Live. I think the swap option will let you do it. Okay, and last question, guys. This one is the last for sure. JKC, can you skip a Ledger Live firmware update and simply wait for the next one? Yes, you can. Absolutely. Nothing forces you to update the firmware. Of course, I recommend to update the firmware, but it's entirely up to you. Okay, TechWorld. Yes, it's available. HBAR is on Ledger, but if you want to create your account, you will have to use a third-party wallet to create your account, and then you will be able to. So let me be more specific. You have to connect your Ledger device to a third-party wallet called Hashpack in order to create your device. Okay, so the private keys will be secured by your Ledger device. So it's by all means is just a normal Ledger account, except that you're using Hashpack, which is a third party to create that account. And then once you've created that account, you'll be able to import this account into Ledger Live. Okay. Now that being said, Ledger Live doesn't have as much features as Hashpack, so I would actually suggest to keep using Hashpack for the time being with your Ledger device. It's completely safe. You get all the same exact security, but you get more options, including staking. Okay, and that's a big one, I think. So yeah, so check it out. I'm going to drop the link here for you. TechWorld. Yeah. So yeah, I would say just use Hashpack until we do better with the current implementation of HBAR. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for all the questions and for coming back and for being kind. And I hope you liked the live. Share the live if you think that someone could benefit as well. Please do not share your 24-hour recovery phrase. Beware of scammers. I won't be hosting the live tomorrow, so that will be hosted by someone from the US team. However, I'll be back on Thursday for a new live session. So if you guys want to chat with me directly, then I'll see you on Thursday about the same time. If not, take some, enjoy the summer where you are, and take care. All right.